I'll have to be honest with you. First thing I'm going to mention right up front is it's free. I like the service when it's free because, you know, you can tie up a lot of money in different services, and from experience I found out that sometimes you can pay a lot of money and you may not be getting that much out of it.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's August 8th, 2013. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right here is Cody Bills. Cody, let's jump into fire tips, see how the grains closed out the day here on a Thursday. As you can see, we found some strength here for corn and soybeans. Old crop corn up 5 1/4, new crop picking up 1 1.5 pennies. Soybeans, though, the big leader to the upside. September delivered soybeans up 28 3/4, new crop up 18 1/2. Relatively quiet day in the wheat complex. Chicago wheat down 2 1/4 cents. Kansas City wheat up 3. You know, Cody, corn and wheat had a relatively quiet day today. Soybeans, though, obviously standing out here. Looking at the quotes, what kind of drove that in your opinion?
Well, I think one thing, you know, we've had this sell-off in the last week or so for corn and for soybeans, and we just noticed some consolidation for corn. But for soybeans, we really were able to pick up some traction and move to the upside. Right. And I think a lot of that has to do with the perception of how we could see, or what we could see come out in the report on Monday. I think with that acreage being resurveyed for soybeans, I think there's a lot more opportunity for perhaps acreage to come in, and maybe even ending stocks to come in lower than analysts are expecting. Right. You know, one of the other things too, though, we had pretty strong news out of China that they imported 7.2 million tons in July. That's up 3.9% from June, and that's a record. So it was positive demand story out there. Right. Not only that, but we also had export sales beating analyst expectations for soybeans this morning. I think that all contributed to a little bit of short covering going into Friday, the day before the WASDE report.
Yeah, certainly. You know, let's take a look here at the chart action that we saw just in today's action. If we switch over here to soybeans real quick first, you can see here we really were quite oversold in the soybean complex. Just yesterday we hit 30 on the RSI, which is where technical traders view it as technically oversold, and we really had a strong snapback here in terms of price, really able to gain some traction. Contrast that though with corn though. Take a look here. Technically we were pretty oversold as well, but really weren't able to gain footing here in today's action. As you said, Cody, really more of a consolidation, and this kind of really looks like, you know, a lot of people looking at price action, they see when it gets drawn down this low, and we're waiting for the demand to return to this market, how much our price is going to snap back. Certainly getting back to the perception of what the USDA is going to do on Monday, we didn't see people enthusiastic about buying in this corn market as we did in soybeans, and certainly it seems reflected in today's action.
Yeah, you know, one thing that we can talk about too is the export sales this morning. I already mentioned that soybeans really outperformed. It came in above analyst expectations. Wheat also did very well in the old crop. They beat analyst expectations, and that was positive to see. Corn, it was the only one that had a disappointment. New crop corn sales were disappointing, and I think that's one of the reasons why we saw the December contract only up 1.5 cents at the end of the day. However, old crop sales did do very well, and I think that contributed to some of the front month strength. Even though we really didn't see that snapback, we saw 5 cents added to it.
Yeah, certainly. And you know, just kind of one of the major things that you referenced there, Cody, were market perceptions of what we're going to get out on Monday from the USDA. Take a look here at expectations here from a Reuters poll conducted earlier this week. The first column here is what the USDA reported for 2013-14 ending stocks in their July WASDE report. The middle column here is on average what the trade's expecting on Monday, and you can see here a very different story for corn and soybeans. On average, the trade's looking for larger ending stocks than what the USDA projected in July for corn, but on soybeans here, they're looking for about a 30 million bushel reduction in 2013-14 ending stocks. That would represent about 10% of the total ending stocks here, and so it certainly adds a little bit of a bullish sentiment to this market. Seems like a lot of shorts in the market right now are kind of reconsidering that position in light of the numbers that are going to be released at 11 o'clock Central Time on Monday there from the USDA.
Yeah, and other than that, guys, that wraps up this afternoon's show. And you remember, you can follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, or give us a call at 877-472-4607. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here Friday for the weekly wrap-up.